Hello everyone, welcome back to I think this is the 4th one of building a zoo. The last episode was pretty big, we did a few things, so in today's episode it's a little more chilled out. I have a clip of me just kind of going around and tidying up the place. I noticed the zoo kind of had a few bald spots, so you could see me kind of fix that up a bit. That's really all we have, and I'll go ahead and show you that, and then afterwards we're gonna build a small exhibit, but it's nothing too exciting. You can see it right behind me here. As of current, I actually do not have any plans for what the main event of this episode is going to be in terms of exhibits or anything, but right off the bat for a while I've been wanting to do some housekeeping, and you'll see right here we have a bit of a bald spot. We've got a bit of a bald spot there and there and there, and I just wanted to drop down and just right now add maybe some trees and stuff. I think we could definitely use that. I don't know when in the video I'm gonna mention it, but go ahead and tell me how you guys feel about these shaders. I don't know if you're gonna like them or not. I think they're kind of nifty, but if you don't like them, that's fair. But let's go ahead and, can we grow a tree here? I don't think we can, but let's just try and get some trees in this area. Okay, maybe not one there, but we'll just bone meal it a little bit, I guess. Yeah, already I think that's better. The area feels more alive, I guess. I don't like having these weird bare spots. So I don't know how I feel about how ginormous this tree is. Where was that other place I pointed out? Over here, I thought about adding like a little food cart or something, because this area is so small that I don't think an exhibit needs to go here. And I'm definitely gonna like add the trees too, but we need something to start off with. So let's try, what would it look like if we had, okay, that's okay, a little something like that. That's all right. And then we'll go ahead and do that right there. I think that's okay. And I'm gonna need some, do I want andesite walls or do I want stone brick? Because I feel like the stone will get annoying and end up being too much after a while. Now we're gonna add some wool on top, something with the color white, and then something else. And bam, okay, that's good. Do I want to add some sort of overhang, or is that gonna look stupid? Do I like that? I can't tell. I think I need to delete this block though. What happens if I do that? No, that kind of looks stupid. You know what? For now, I'm not gonna have that. I know we need some more grass here though. Yeah, that's all right. That's okay. So yeah, I think that looks all right. I hate the back of this though, so we're definitely gonna cover that up with some trees. And I'm gonna use barrier blocks to make sure I'm keeping a villager in here, but I think an iron trapdoor is gonna look the best. Yeah, I like that. I don't know if I'm right or not, but I don't remember this being called smooth stone. I remember, was this cut stone? Is that what this was? I remember this being called smooth stone. So I think that got changed at one point, and I literally just never paid attention to it. Someone will know. I have to use commands to get barriers. I always forget about that. Barrier blocks are really good for a lot of things, but to be honest, I hate them though. Like obviously you can see the little symbols when you're placing them, but I don't know. It's always very complicated for me. I'm just gonna put some barriers here because I don't want the villager jumping on top of the thing. Our merchant is actually selling whatever it is. Because they're not actually selling it, we're gonna put barriers on top, which makes my little way out ineffective actually. So let's just fix that right now. And I think that's it for the interior. Actually, I totally lied to you. I forgot to add the villager. Oh my gosh. We've got a farmer. He'll be our safari guy. So yeah, I think I like that. That's good. And then he's able to roam around in his little merchant stall here. And I'll go ahead and finish it off camera, but I think that's all right. This is what we've got for our little merchant stall. I just sort of added some barrels here so that it could be actually functional, because as you remember, I put barriers up so you can't actually get into that chest back there, which is why it's empty. But in here I have some cookies, and the plan is to fill up all these barrels, but I don't have time for that right now. But I'm gonna go ahead and grow some trees around here, and I like to have variety, and we're kind of by the panthers, So I feel like growing some spruce trees here is fitting. And if I absolutely hate it, then I'll go back on it. Could have been grown in a better spot, but that's fine. Okay, what I like about it is that it's definitely covering up everything that I want it to. So right here, we'll just add some greenery. And I think we can start tapering back into like the oak trees. Yeah, that's just fine. Can you still get up here? Okay, awesome. Then I'll just, whatever. It's a little awkwardly placed, but I'll keep it. That's fine. We'll bone meal over here then. Great. Okay, I think that's fine. Maybe we could add a little pond here of sorts. I feel like this is pond area. Not pond, but like just a little water feature. I don't like this shape. Actually, I kind of hate it. Oh, there we go. Heart-shaped pond. Perfect. I'm a genius. That's adorable. Cute. And maybe we can actually get some cod in here. Okay, that one's dead. Maybe he'll flop his way back in. Oh, come on, little buddy. No, I think he's dead. That was disappointing. We still have a bald spot here, but I like what we did with this area. I think we're gonna transition into some acacia trees here because, in case you didn't notice, we've got our lions here. Definitely need to be careful not to go overboard with the trees. Bad things happen when you decide to go overboard with trees. Maybe we can have a little bench. I don't hate it. Actually, maybe I do. Okay, it still feels a little awkwardly placed, but it makes a little more sense there, so I'm gonna keep it. Overall, this area is pretty good. Maybe we can use one more little bench, just like that, and that. Yeah, I think that's fine. Why not add some little stones throughout, I guess? It's pretty good. Alright, I don't hate it. Actually, with all this housekeeping we're doing, I don't know if we'll have a main feature this episode. Maybe we'll just do some housekeeping, and if you're like, ew, no, I hate it, then just don't watch this episode. Watch the next one. I don't know. Where was that other area that I still needed to get to? Okay, this one. Let's just bone meal it. I'm definitely digging the benches, so we're gonna keep adding those. I'm also really digging the stones. I think those are nice. Add a tree there. Just make sure we keep adding buttons. I think they're cool. That's an ugly tree. Oh no. I hate growing trees and then having to get rid of them. I always want a tall tree and then I never get one and I'm like, ew, that's disgusting. And I give up on putting a tree in that area. Like here, we're not gonna put a tree here. I don't know what we're gonna do instead. Actually, wait, I lied to you. I totally do. We're gonna do a bench. Duh. Why wouldn't I? Then we'll continue with the little buttons that we're pretending are stones. Oh yes. Yeah, that's fine. We can chill with that. That's all right. I like what we've done, and we do have an area here, but I've been thinking about putting just a small exhibit here. I just don't know what to put here yet. After watching that little clip of me tidying things up, I suppose I should go ahead and show you the time lapse of me building the barn owl exhibit. It was originally planned to be an eagle exhibit, so when you see me spawn in an eagle, that's why, but because of the behaviors of the eagle and because of the fact that it would not land, I wasn't able to actually utilize my exhibit and make it into this eagle exhibit, so instead I used it for the barn owls, and I think it still looks good. So we'll go ahead and let you watch that time lapse and then we'll tour the exhibit. So this little exhibit right here, I started last night, but it got pretty late and I still wasn't done because it took me a little over an hour to get all of the iron bars placed. It's really hard to place them on any version of Minecraft, but especially the mobile version. It spent most of the time building the exhibit, building the iron bars up, so that was a bit annoying, but I went to bed, and that's whenever you'll see a switch between the two angles I'm filming at. That's when I woke up the next day. That should happen about any time, but I spent the next day also doing the bars because I was not even halfway done with the bars. I wasn't nearly ready to be finished with the exhibit, so it took me forever. And the reason why I wanted these iron bars to be so high was because originally, like I had said, I wanted this to be an eagle exhibit, But I was not able to end up with any eagles in here because of the way the eagles were, had their behavior coded. They had it coded so that they would try to fly to a certain height before they would even consider coming back down. And that height was, you know, really, really, really high. So I was not able to have eagles in there because when I would spawn one in, it would just fly at the roof and that would be all it would do. And you've seen me go ahead and experiment with a spruce tree there because I also at one point had the idea of going ahead and putting a tree inside of the exhibit, like an actual default Minecraft tree, but I decided against it because they're kind of bulky and I knew that I didn't have room for that. So you can see with the floor, I'm going with sort of a stony vibe. I wanted it to feel like it was kind of cold, but also not horribly cold, you know, like that awkward temperature where you're not freezing your butt off, but it's just cold enough to where there's still a little bit of snow on the ground. I felt like that was right because, you know, eagles, they can be like really high in the mountains and stuff, and I sort of wanted to make this like I took a slice of a mountaintop and made that into the exhibit. And here I'm adding an extremely artificial tree. And that is because I just needed some color, to be honest. I didn't really care if the tree looked good or not. I mean, you could obviously tell what it was meant for. So that is my exhibit. Right here is that exhibit. It doesn't have very great pathing because it was sort of just built to kind of fit in here, but I think it's okay. So we got a little barn owl right here. I think I spawned in 5 of them, so there should be about 5. We've got one on this little artificial tree. It's not meant, oh my gosh, we've got 3 sitting on the tree. That's cute. It's not actually meant to look like a real custom tree, which, you know, is why it looks like a terrible custom tree. It's meant to look artificial and placed there, and I like it. I still think it's kind of cute. It has its own charm. And if you weren't originally liking the shaders pack whenever you watched me go ahead and put the trees around and whatever, I think it definitely looked much better whenever I did the time lapse, so I don't know. But here are our little owls, and I'm going to go ahead and just in like the top corner of the screen put a little info card so that you're able to vote on whether or not you like the shaders. That way I know if I should keep them or not. That's gonna be it for today's video, so if you enjoyed it, I always forget to ask to subscribe. You probably should, because then you will be able to always see when my videos pop up in your feed. Make sure you like. If you comment, I will see it. I don't reply to all of them, but I see every single one, so that would be nice. That's it for today, guys. Bye-bye.